Hello everyone, welcome back. Toolbox time, down here with Mark. We're doing a gapping session today. In this session I'm going to hopefully highlight to you guys why it's so important to get a gapping session, and we'll see if anything strange, if anything out of the norm occurs.
See if I can hit what I think it is.
Yeah. as is usually the case with a gapping session. So we've got flight scope set up. Because we've got a range balls here, we're going to turn the flight scope onto the range ball setting, and then we'll probably look at towards the indoor mode as well to get the more accurate readings. So yeah, let's get into it. Right, so lob wedge to start. We'll have, what do you think, five shots with each club?
Yeah.
Get an average, and a little bit on the flight scope there. Good one. How far do we hit this usually?
70.
Carry distance 73.3, that first one. We'll do it all off your carry distances as well, because obviously we have ground conditions that vary and all that kind of stuff. Do you know one thing that I noticed when we do gapping sessions with a lot of people is that I had a guy once and he says, "You did me that gapping session and I got onto course and I'm hitting it 20 yards further." And I said, "Describe me the situation where you hit it 20 yards further." He went, "Downhill, downwind." There you go, there you go. So we'll get baseline numbers today, but unfortunately it's going to take a bit of nous to incorporate some working out. Good one.
Course conditions have to be considered.
Definitely. 66, cool. A little bit further that one, your last one, I don't know where it, because it was pulley, it went like 98 carry, but for the majority we saw it around about 84. So if I were to put that last one out as an anomaly, we're seeing it were 85 carry. It'll change with clubs, but we saw an average of 2.4 left with your lob wedge and 2 degrees left with that. It'll tend to be more left with your short stuff, I think, as soon as you start to go up. Right, so far we're looking pretty good, pretty consistent with these gaps. So we've got lob wedge at 75, sand wedge 85, gap wedge just over 100, pitching wedge just over 120, 99 bang on 130. So if we continue with this trend, I think it's pretty good. Obviously seen a couple of numbers just fluctuate. So with the likes of this pitching wedge being 1, 2, 3, we saw like one at 140, one at 110. So a couple of misstrikes in there, but I think on the average so far we're kind of where it needs to be. Another thing we find with gapping sessions as well, you know, if I tell people how far they're hitting certain clubs, they tend to then manipulate the distances that they're trying to hit it, do you know what I mean? So especially if you get, what we used to get with the Sky Tracker where I used to work is that we get guys say, "Oh, I hit it this far, hit it this far." You look at the club head speed and straight away you say, "I'm not being funny, but you can't hit it this far." And then they go, "No, I'm sure I can get a 7.9 out to 180, and it's like, oh. So for some people, I tend to not tell them the distances, but you'll know, you know, ballpark lines whereabouts you are, which is good.
Well, you just got to learn to play what you've got.
Mate, the male ego is like the biggest, what's the word? You know, like for holding you back.
Right. It's your biggest challenger, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's you against you, but it's like, I can do that. It's like we stood at T, par 3, isn't it? I've got a 9.9, it's 5.
Yeah, have you seen the meme? The meme that's knocking about when it says like, my mates when they've got 9s and wedges.
Yeah.
Right then, so let's have a look at those numbers. Let's just go pure carry distances to start with. So I'll put this on screen for you guys so that you can see it. Right, so we go. Lob wedge 75, sand wedge 85, gap wedge 103, pitching wedge 1, 2, 3. So this is the first and I think only serious gap that we start to see within the bag, and I think it's due to pitching wedge being more loft-wise closer to your 9.9 than your gap wedge. So we'll have a look at that on the loft and line machine afterwards. But from there we go from 9.9 to 8 iron, 130, 142, 151, 160, 169. So a slight taper in between 6 and 5, which is only natural. And when we get to the 4 iron, this is an interesting occurrence that we have in Mark's bag. So Mark's got 2 4 irons. We've got a Cleveland one, which is, I think, slightly less lofted Only by a degree maybe? 2 degrees, right? So this is like I think a speciality for iron. We spoke about this off camera. It's more for like hitting stingers, lower flighted shots, ideal for links courses and windy conditions, that kind of stuff. It does go 5 yards further in carry, but on average it does tend to go lower with the specialist lower flighted 4 iron. 3 wood and 5 wood, not too much difference carry wise. 5 wood in the end, having we're only 3 yards off. On this table that we've got for you, we did a user error. We flipped 3 and 5 wood round, so you'll notice that it says 5 wood goes further than 3 wood. It doesn't, that's not the case. 3 yards further with your 3 wood than your 5 wood. We know it's definite lower flight with your 3 wood than your 5, which is, you know, understandable because of the loft. Definitely more appropriate for running it into par 5s and stuff, using it off the tee. Driver we see like 236, 240 total distance as well. So,
very good.
only thing directional wise that I think we need to look at is when we looked at the shorter irons, we saw a bias to want to go left, which makes me think we might have a lie angle situation going off. So I want you to, next time you play, make sure that you're thinking about that and see if you've seen any missed left and it's not, you're feeling it's not down to you striking it or you pulling it. It could definitely just be a lie angle thing. So, but with regards to your distance gapping, it's perfect. We're seeing everything that we're expecting to see. The woods, the top end, that situation, I'm really liking it at the minute. I like how your specialist 4 iron, which is kind of your 3 iron really. If you were to have an egg cover on it, I'd put that as a 3 and your Strixon as a 4. But apart from that, mate, everything is good. You're doing a great job moving your path, so we're starting to see paths neutralise tremendously now. We're definitely away from 7 degrees more towards 2. It is looking good. Like I said, big concern for me. Keep on top of those wedges. If we need to bend them slightly flatter to stop you going left, then we'll move it.
Okay.
So, cool.
Very good.
As ever, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.